Hi there, folks. We are back with Linnea. We are still over here at the Wolf Hall Inn. I haven't moved. I've just turned my camera around. It's a few hours later because I decided to get something to eat, you know. So let's talk to Ed. Am I imagining things? A guest. A guest. Welcome to the inn. What? You're interested in coming in right now? You only want to know how to get to Jorvik stables? My first guest in many years, and it was only an illusion. But the bridge is completely fixed now? Is it really true? Ride the other side of the bridge and back so I can see that it's really true. Ride. On the other side of the bridge. Right over the bridge and then back to the innkeeper. This will give us 10 shillings and 25 player experience, as well as 5 reputation with the Wolf Hall Inn. Oh, I hit the Windows key. Give me a second. There we go. That was very silly. Nice. The bridge is indeed repaired. This is fantastic. I am Ed Field, the foremost, best looking, and in actual fact, only innkeeper in the Harvest Counties. Welcome. I'll help you get to Jorvik stables, but first you need to help me a little. What? Blackmail? Why would I do anything like that? Nah, you help me and I'll help you. This is just an exchange of services. Please, I really need your help and I can't do it myself. Please, please, please. You will? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, first, I'll need a pen and paper to write down all the things we need to do. I don't remember exactly where I put them, but they are somewhere around here. I don't know why my camera's moving. Bring a pen and some paper for Ed Field. They are nearby. There's the paper. Over here is the pen. Excellent. Now I'm going to write a list of everything we need to get done. I really feel like my brain might explode. Hey, what's your name? Linnea? This is going to be great, Linnea. Do I have the fast travel point unlocked? Trailer's active. Okay, it is. Good. I just wanted to make sure that was already available. Because we're going to take a quick, short break. I'm going to call for pickup. Even though it's right up the hill, we're going to go head up to the Style Riders. This is literally the same as what it was what it was in the intro video, so we'll skip that. And I'm going to head over here and we're going to take a look at the voting booth. Now, this is a different server than my main account is on, so you will not see her in here, even though I have entered her for the day. This is the second Style Rider show. By the time that you see this, we'll probably have had at least one, possibly 2 more. And the sub-theme for today, actually for yesterday, which was Wednesday, was Party in the Midnight Sun. So we're going to look through these. Here's how I do the voting. I like everything because everyone deserves to get a vote if you're actually putting yourself out there to enter. I know not everyone does that, but this is the way that I do it. I don't care if somebody's using a pre-made outfit. That's fine. That's their prerogative. If that's what they feel fits the theme, then let them do that. Don't complain. take looks. Like, this is really cute. I know it's like a pre-made outfit mostly, but still. And it is perfectly fine if somebody isn't voting for everyone either. This is just the way that I do it. What I do on my main account, with my main account, I log my alts in and they vote. They do not vote for I do not vote for myself. I do skip myself. But I log them in and they vote for everybody else in the server. I have voted for myself with a couple of the alts, but it's just because I was getting distracted and I accidentally just, you know, that was last time and it was only one day. So, yeah, we're just here to have fun, and if people are entering, then I am going to reward them for that. I don't vote, like I said, I don't vote for myself if at all possible. This alt cannot vote for me because she is not on the same server. There are some good tips out there as well for ways to hopefully get into the top 25. So make top 25%. So make sure that you are looking at some other creators out there and getting their tips. Personally, for me, I'm just going to enter every single day. At least with Ashley. And then having my alts vote. And again, I don't vote for myself. Unless it's on accident. Hopefully by the time that Star Stable has had a couple more rounds of this, they will have done stuff like maybe fixed these shadows, because these shadows are a little bit harsh. And they're not dynamic. It's not as flattering for the folks who are entering with these really harsh shadows. Someone's got a mule. I've seen a lot of folks complaining about, oh, you know, you just use a pre-made outfit. And it's like, yeah, well, maybe that's all they have. That's a good look. By the time that y'all see this video, like I said, it will have probably been one, possibly two more Stout Riders since this one. But I will be posting up on social media at the end of the week when I am done. With all of my outfits. It'll actually probably be on next Wednesday after all the voting is done. tell when someone's a new player. They don't have a lot of stuff. They've got just the stuff they could get either for free or out of the global shop or, whatever. It's like, you know what? People have fun. Also, I realize about this time that I put the flower crown on Ashley's head. I didn't put it on Ardent Star. The 8-week late. I know who that is. The 8-week late hint of which horse I used, I might post like a screenshot of the video of the outfit the day after the voting is done. I have been taking pictures at least this time. That answered a question I was going to remember and kept forgetting to look up, was if the Arabians could still wear that Murwari bridle, and they still can. It has a special name, and I don't remember what it is, but I see that they can. Wish more breeds could. A lot of folks tend to enter on the first day. I do wish it would say where you're at and like how many more you have to go, But it does not. But hey, they fixed the older Frisian. I haven't seen anything doing the horse doesn't show up this time. But I also haven't seen any of the Paso unicorns. The mustache was killing me there. I love that. All right. I voted for everyone. Like I said, if you're putting yourself out there, you should deserve to get at least one vote. Like, come on. Not really like any distance difference between going back to Fort Penta and going back to Moorland. Not from here. But we might as well head on back to Moorland and then to the Wolf Hall Inn. After we spent 15 minutes of voting. And that way, we can get our quest into Jarlaheim. Everybody wants me to go in multiple different directions. I'm sorry, I don't want to go in multiple different directions. Let me pick a direction and go with it. Okay, so back to the Wolf Hall Inn. Oh geez, that was loud. All right. What to write? Where to begin? There's so much. Everything is completely still. My brain is running on maximum revs, but I can't seem to change gears. Oh. You, bring my thinking hat. How could I forget? It won't work without it. It must be somewhere nearby, but I can't remember where I put it. If I search down here, you can check behind the hill here, okay? Refuel the tank. Bring Ed Field's thinking hat, which he has misplaced somewhere on the hill behind the end. This will give us 10 shillings, 25 player experience, and 15 rep with the Wolf Hall Inn. It's a thinking hat. There is naturally one place to go. So we all do our best thinking. Most do our best thinking here anyway. It's going to be in the outhouse. You found Ed Field's thinking hat. It's in there with the poop. Best thinking usually actually happens in the shower, but, you know. Look, there's my sweet hat. Now I'm going to think insanely well. There we go. Now it's sitting as it should. Are you ready? Ready for a bunch of amazing ideas? Excited to behold the hatching of the next Nobel Prize theory? Sit back and enjoy the world's foremost one-man brainstormer. No, brain hurricaner. Okay. Now my brain is starting to reach cyclone speed. Hold on. The first thing we'll need is a modern name. Something cool, global, luxurious, a little family-friendly, a little eco-friendly. Wait, don't disturb me. I got it. Wolf Hall Inn. Beautiful. What a perfect name. It reminds me of what the inn was called once, but it's brand new and fresh at the same time. This will be perfect. Thinking hat. Wow, now I'm exhausted. It takes a lot of effort to think of all these great ideas, and there's still so much to do. You can help? How very kind. Oh, it's very kind of you, and I won't keep you much longer, I promise. You've seen all the weeds and stuff that grow here. It's frightening the customers away. Here's my old chainsaw. Borrow it and clear away all the thistles and things. Weeding for the guests? Remove any undergrowth around the inn with the chainsaw. This will give us 10 shillings, 25 player experience, and a 10 rep with the Wolf Hall Inn. On, mount up. There you go. Wow, what a difference it made. Now everything looks really fresh. You know, one problem with Wolf Hall Inn is we're stuck in the olden days. Look at this old menu I found. This doesn't work. It's food for the 1900s. If we are to put Wolf Hall Inn on the map, we have to spice up the menu. I can think of some amazing dishes if I get just a little inspiration. Search for exciting ingredients I can use to create great dishes, and I'll use my thinking hat to brain hurricane a 3-star menu in no time. Okay, good. In the meantime, I'll wait here and have a mental stretch as I don't want to strain my brain. You see? It's been a while since I've had such heavy thoughts. The new Norwegian kitchen. Find ingredients for the new and exciting dishes that can be served at the inn. Give us 10 shillings, 25 player experience, and a 10 rep with the Wolf Hall Inn. Moose poo. Okay. Let's. Yeah. Ketchup. Packet of noodles. A sack of oats. And this last one won't show up because it just says conditions fulfilled, but it is a pine cone. So whichever one you pick up last, you won't see the actual name of. But that one is a pine cone. Let's see. This will be perfect. Wait a minute. I can feel the inspiration coming. Hold on. A cyclone is brewing in my brain again. Listen. Starter. Ed Field's rare summer chops on a bed of noodles in tomato sauce. Main course. Fried oat balls a la cupcakeling, served with an exciting salad made from the neighbor's fruits and finest American sauces. Dessert. Surprise Linnea. Delectable brown sorbet made with gifts from the king of the forest, with a crispy meat sauce on a plate of freshly harvested oats, served with a hot red sauce. None of that sounds appealing. I'm a genius. A fresh crossover mix of traditional Norwegian kitchen, inspired by American food, but with a touch of Asia and honest classic European finesse. A whole lot of nice. I don't know about that, my guy. Hey, you know what? I'm opening this place. I can't wait a minute longer. Wolf Hall Inn is open. You're welcome to stay here if you want. You'll even get a super nice special discount just for when you sleep here. Cool. Thanks for your help, Linnea. Now I'll keep my promise and tell you how to get to Jorvik Stables. Ride like this. Continue on the road heading west and take a left at the mountain pass. Continue through the mountain pass into the Greendale Forest. Keep to the road and you'll soon see the coast again. There you'll see a small cottage where the Pike family live. They usually deliver fish and seafood to the end, so while you're there, you might as well deliver this order to Mrs. Pike for me. Can you do it? Great. People can certainly rely on you, Linnea. Here, take my chainsaw with you. The road to the mountain pass has become overgrown, but you need to cut through the shrubbery to get through. Ask Mrs. Pike to show you the rest of the way to Jorvik's stables when you see her. Good luck, Linnea. We'll meet again. Over mountains, through forests. Clear away the bushes blocking the passage to Greendale and speak to Mrs. Pike, who lives on the coast. This will give us 10 shillings and 50 player experience. Right. We are going to have our horse follow us. You know what? While I am here, do this horse care to get experience for our horse. Off we go into Greendale Forest. Hello there. Who are you? I haven't seen anyone on the road through Greendale in a very long time. We have towards Jorvik Stables and unwelcome meshes in a bottle. An order from the inn? That's good. We really need the income now that the road headed south is closed as well. That Ed Field has a nose for business, and it'll be a boost for the whole village if he gets the inn up and running again. You want to go to Jorvik Stables? Well, just continue heading west along the coast until you reach Jarlaheim. Ride through the city, and you'll soon see the stable. But if you're going to Jarlaheim, talk to Jack Goldspur at the town hall. He's the city's new mayor. I'm just not sure if Jack is the right man for the job. He's not the sharpest tool in the box, if you get my drift. Luckily, his sister Jill helps him out all the time. They really need all the help they can get. So talk to Jack to see if there's anything you can do. The whole village would appreciate it if you could help get the town back on its feet. All right, I won't take up any more of your precious time. Ride west on the main road. That's all you really need to know. On towards Jorvik Stables, ride along the coast to Jarlaheim and speak to Jack Goldspur for 5 shillings and 10 player experience, as well as 10 rep with Jarlaheim. And we have one more quest here with Mrs. Pike. Could you help me with something while you're here? It just so happens the road heading south is closed now. I don't really know what happened, but a year ago our neighbor, Lijan, put up a fence between our properties. We always got along well, but suddenly overnight there was a fence there. We haven't heard from him since, and we've only seen him from a distance when he walks over his field with his head hung low. I'd called out to him, but he hasn't even looked in my direction. Besides our broken friendship, it's caused other problems. For instance, bottles from his bottling plant have started floating ashore on our beach. I don't even know why he's throwing bottles into the sea. But could you ride down to the beach below and pick up all the bottles you can find? Thanks, that's kind of you. So, unwelcome message in a bottle. Pick up the beached bottles and take them to Mrs. Pike. This will give us 10 shillings and 10 player experience. I hit my E button. I don't know why it didn't pick that up. Thanks, that was kind of you. I guess I should tell the council about this problem. But something tells me our neighbor, Mr. Lee, has enough problems for now. Something must have happened. It's not like him to cut himself off like this. Put that thought way on the back burner until we get down to Epona. We're going to take this route into town. God, let's go. Come on, there we go. Jarlaheim Ferry Landing. You've discovered the Jarlaheim Ferry Landing. When you've found docks that connect to one another, you can use the ferry to travel faster over long distances. You need to be a star rider to use the ferry. Now I can get back to Fort Pinta quicker. Or free. Put it that way. It's free. That's what we're really interested in, is stuff being free. Howdy doody. I'm Jack Goldspur. It's nice to see a new face in town. So, who are you? Hey, Linnea. Welcome to Jarlaheim, pride of southern Jorvik and the world's favorite place. What can I do for you, Linnea? Need to see Herman? Aha. That was so typical. It's like the only thing I can't help you with. Herman's gone. Disappeared. Nowhere to be found. When I need him most, he goes on vacation. Do you have any idea how much trouble that causes me? Why do I need Herman? Well, I happen to be the mailer of Jarlaheim. A very honorable duty. Why me? No one else wanted it. So Herman asked me if I would accept this respectable position. Excellent, I thought. As mayor, I'll get to experience fine dining, movie premieres, cool parties, and lots of nice gifts all the time. But this isn't all like that. I'm just shuffling paper all day. How boring is that? I told Herman, but he said I should be proud of the responsibility, work hard, and be a role model for the city's residents. Responsibility? Leadership? Role model? Ah, yuck, ugh. You can hear for yourself how incredibly boring it is. I've tried to get a hold of Herman to get him to take this worthless job back, but I can't because he's on vacation. I'm stuck. However, you can't fool this guy that easily. Listen up. I've come up with an awesome idea. I've called for an election because I'm quitting. Someone else can take over this lousy job. What? Oh, yes. What do you want, Linnea? You want to find the way to Yorvik Stables? I know Joanna, who works at Yorvik Stables. You help me with my awesome plan. I'll call and tell her that you need to get a hold of Herman. She might be able to help you. Do we have a deal? Good. Ugh. Take these ballot papers for the next election and hand them out here in the city. I'll prepare the next step of my plan. You should take the opportunity to check out the city in the meantime. See ya. The reluctant mayor. Hand out the ballot papers for the new election in the city. We have us 20 shillings, 25 experience, and 15 rep with Jarlaheim. I almost didn't make that. Also, I missed that star that's over there. I got it. There's one over here, too. Did it go well? Nice. Okay, now it's time to start the next part of the plan. We have to find new candidates for this paid job. I've already spoken to the most suited, but they weren't willing when I asked them. However, if you do it instead, then they'll have to say yes. You should have asked if they wanted to set up before you hand out the ballot papers. Yeah. Oh, it's these kinds of boring rules and stuff that make me not want this paid job, you know? Yeah, my guy, you should have had that set up first, but okay, it's fine. To Paddock Island with some inquiries. Okay, the first candidate the people can vote for is Dorlith Jarlason of Paddock Island, head of the Jarlason family. She's always been a calm and quiet person, working hard all her life. She's very interested in the history of the Harvest Counties and is passionate about the city. In short, she's super boring, drier than the Sahara, and thus perfect for this job. What if my mom hadn't disappeared without a trace? My mother? Yes, Evelyn Goldspur, the real mayor. One day a couple months ago, she just vanished and nobody's heard a peep from her since. Everyone has been looking all over for her, but there's no trace of her. Incredibly mysterious. Well, I'll have to talk about that another time. Ride off and talk to Dorlith on Paddock Island. Ask her nicely, Linnea, and fingers crossed she'll accept. Ask Dorlith Jarlason on Paddock Island if she wants to run in the election. This give us 10 shillings, 10 player experience, and 10 rep with the Jarlason family. Dad is mayor. The next guy that would be perfect is my dad, Jacob Goldspur. He would be awesome. He would be an awesome mayor. He's very clever and helped my mother a lot when she was mayor. Ask my dad if he'd like to run. He said no like 100 times in the past, but if you were the one to ask him, he might change his mind. He should actually run. If he hadn't told me to be mayor, I'd never have taken the job, no matter how cool Herman said it was. But I'm a guy who does what his parents tell him. Besides, I'm not going to school and not having parties at home. But other than that, I'm an awesome son. Get it? Dude. Good luck, Linnea. Keeping my fingers crossed super tight for you. Ask Jack Goldspur if he would like to run in the election. Again, 10 shillings, 10 player experience, and now 10 rep with the Goldspur family. Finally, what if my mom was here, Linnea? She would know exactly what to do about this. Okay, talk to Philip Sunfield then. He's the same age as me, but a goody two-shoes, educated and incredibly boring. He seems to be precisely the kind of guy the people in this city like. Nah, I haven't talked to him. He doesn't seem to take me seriously, so I figured there was no point. But maybe you'll have more luck with him? Give it a try anyway, okay? Ask Philip Sunfield if he will run in the election. Good luck and stuff. Educated, serious, and boring is perfect. Ask Philip Sunfield if he will run in the election. So once more, 10 shillings, 10 player experience, and then 10 rep with the Sunfield family. I'm not going to load up on quests to do around. Mostly because I am starting to get really tired as it's getting late in the day. This is, I think, my 4th video for the day? Or 5th? Hey there, who are you? Linnea? Nice to meet you. My name is Philip, and I run the Sunfield farm with my family. Do I want to be mayor? No, Linnea, I can't run for the office of mayor. Evelyn was a good friend, and I know in my heart she's still alive. If I took her seat as mayor, it would be admitting that she's dead, and I can't do that. What happened? I don't know. She was here for lunch the same day. Everything seemed normal. She was attending the inauguration of the new GED mine in the evening, and it sounded like she wasn't really looking forward to it much. She and Miss Drake, the head of GED in Jarlaheim, didn't see eye to eye, but she was attending, nevertheless, as the city's representative. I'm sorry, Linnea. Tell Jack he'll have to find someone else. Not while there's still a chance. Right back to Jack for 10 shillings, 10 player experience, and then 10 Jarlaheim rep. We're going to head over here to Paddock Island. I'm not going to fall all the way down the hill this time. I'm so used to running up there to the race that I totally forgot to come over here and talk to Dorlith. To Paddock Island with some inquiries. Run for mayor? I've already told Jack I wasn't thinking of running. You can tell Jack I won't run for election. We have too much to do here at the farm. So many difficult things have happened. It's so sad about Evelyn. It's hard to imagine a better mayor. One day everything was normal, and the next she had vanished. What happened? The only thing I know is she was attending the inauguration of the opening of the new GED mine in the mountains, but she obviously never made it. Miss Drake got in touch during the evening, and I wondered why Evelyn hadn't attended the ceremony. Apparently she was going to sue the city for the insult and lost marketing opportunities or something. I'll have to ask someone else. I was so busy here at the farm, so I hardly know any details. Give Jack my regards and tell him to find someone else. Right back to Jack. 10 shillings, 10 player experience, and then 10 Jarlaheim rep. While we are over here, we are also going to grab this quest. Excuse me, might I trouble you for just a second? Oh, lovely. You're Linnea, aren't you? What luck that you've popped by. I've heard so many great things about you, how you seem to have helped absolutely everyone around here with all kinds of things. Would you maybe have time to help me solve a little problem as well? Oh, thank you, Linnea. You see, I should have shorn the sheep this morning, but I was opening the gate to go in. I heard this huge explosion coming from a GED den on the other side of the water. The sheep went nuts, ran straight out of their pasture before I had the chance to close the gate. I managed to gather up most of them, but there are still a few I haven't been able to get a hold of. They'll wander back on their own eventually, but right now they're eating all my pumpkins, nibbling on my flowers, and munching their way through just about everything I grow around here. Little so-and-sos run away every time I chase them, but you should be able to catch them on horseback. Could you help me round them up, Linnea? You could? Thanks. You don't need to lead them back. Just catching up with them should be enough to make them realize the fun's over and it's time for them to head back. Come back when you've got a hold of them all. Sheep on the run. Catch all the escaped sheep on Paddock Island and then return to Jarlaheim. For 30 shillings, 25 player experience, and 25 rep with the Jarlaheim family. We have a little sheep here, and a little sheep up here. And we have a star over in this little nook. Sheep in the pasture with the pumpkins. 1 and 2. There we go. That was an absolute shit jump. Good job, Self. All the sheep are back in the pasture. Great job, Linnea. Your good reputation is well earned, I must say. Would you perhaps have time to help me with one more thing, Linnea? You see, my granddaughter, Lizzie, is celebrating her birthday today, and I've promised her dad, Bob, my son, as you no doubt already know, that he would get a whole load of pumpkins for me so he'd be able to make Lydia's favorite, Bob's pumpkin pie. I've been so occupied with the whole sheep drama, I haven't had time to get over to Bob's with the pumpkins. Would you be able to harvest a few pumpkins for me and then ride them over to Bob? He lives right here on the island, so it's not a long ride. You do that for me? Oh, how wonderful, Linnea. You're a rock. Pumpkins for Bob's pumpkin pie. Harvest the pumpkins, then head over to Bob Jarlaheim on the Paddock Island for 25 shillings, 20 player experience, and 20 rep with the Jarlaheim family. All right, and up to Bob with these pumpkins. Out there are a whole bunch of other quests over here that I don't think I'll be doing. I'm going to drop this off to Bob, and we're going to go see. What's his name? Jacob. Hello there. How can I help you? Oh, you have pumpkins with me from my mom? Great. Now I'll just get started on my special pumpkin pie for my daughter's birthday. Just wait until you see how happy Lizzie will be. Yeah, so like I said, we're going to head up to see Jacob Goldspur right now. That will probably put us getting close to an hour. Not quite, but closer. And then I will probably call this video at that point. Mostly because I am sleepy. I have been up since 6 a.m., I think. And it is currently almost 9 p.m. And I didn't have my nap today. I don't always have a daily nap, but sometimes I do. stand here and there we go. It's a real easy star to get. You just have to click on it. So wait and click. Oh, I've told Jack 100 times I won't run. Why won't Jack give up now? I've told him 100 times I don't want to be mayor. It's too painful to take a job that my lovely wife used to have. I would be reminded of her every day. I couldn't bear it. Do you know what happened? No, right, you're new to the area. My wife, Evelyn Goldspur, was mayor of Jarlaheim. She made the city prosper and everyone loved her. Then one day she vanished. I waved goodbye to her in the morning, and the only thing I know is that she was going to the opening ceremony of the new GED mine in the evening. But apparently, she never showed, and nobody knows where she went. What do I think? I don't know. It's strange we didn't find a single clue, and no one has seen her since she left her office in the city. I know she's alive because if something happened to her had happened, I'd know it. Tell my son he'll have to find some other mayor. Jacob isn't interested. Ride back to Jack. This will give us 10 shillings, 10 player experience, and 10 rep with Jarlaheim. Up on the hill there, we have the Greendale races and the squirrels. I run back into Jarlaheim. I usually go this way because there's usually 1 or 2 Rubia up here, sometimes more, so. In or out. And just like with the flax, every single one that I harvest is one more that I don't have to grow. Alright, so let's talk to Jacob, or Jack. Tell him about all these people. So Philip didn't want to be mayor. Typical. That old carcass Dorlith didn't want to run. Typical. Guy is such a jerk. So Dad won't run. Typical. Okay, so that puts him on a day blocker. We are just shy of being an hour. We're 53 minutes right now. That's close enough. Like I said, I am getting very tired. I've been up for quite a while. So I am going to sign off here. If you have not already, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And check out my socials, which are going to be linked down below. In the meantime, I will see you folks on the next video. If you're looking for Linnea, that'll be next week. If you're looking for just videos in general, that'll be probably Monday. These are going to go up on Fridays, unless I've changed it between now and then. Anyway, I am going to go and rest, and I'll be back with the next one very soon. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it happens to be, whatever you are watching this. And I will see you folks on the next one. Take care, and bye-bye.